get C.
Yes, Officer Reinwald.
Lyndon Reinwald, Certified Code Compliance Officer for Charlotte County. This case was previously heard. The address is 4329 Boggs. This is a residence that was burned almost a year ago. The findings of fact, they were given time to get a permit to either reconstruct the building or to get a demo permit. And this was the first inspection after that period of time. Review of the permit documents show no permit has been applied for, and as you can see from the photos, nothing has been done to the residents. So it's a one-day fine.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
That's correct, Your Honor. There's difficulties in even being able to apply for a permit of any sort to rehab the property. There's a fire marshal report which is becoming increasingly difficult to ever obtain a copy of. As this is just a one-day fine at this point, we're not objecting to that. We're just asking for leniency going forward, as this is an ongoing issue with a family with a burned down home, and they're having to live in basically a mobile home aside their burned down house.
Okay. And what's the issue with the fire marshal?
They're having difficulties in obtaining the report, which is apparently necessary to obtain permits of any kind to start addressing some of the property issues.
What is that, a report from a contractor, or is it a forensic report on the?
My understanding is a forensic report from the fire marshal's office to enable contractors to address certain issues. And there's a number of contractors that were initially retained, but due to the delay, there's problems. And it's looking at this point that actually they're going to be forced to sell the property and not rehab it.
And where's that in the process, do you know?
There's been numerous requests for the fire marshal's report. For whatever reason, they're hesitant and refusing to give us a copy of that report. I don't know if it's still being prepared a year later, but we have not obtained a report of any sort from them. Due to the extreme delay and the likelihood of ongoing fines for non-compliance, the Daniels are most likely going to just be marketing to sell the property.
Sure. And have you been in touch with the code enforcement people regarding the problem you're having getting that report?
I believe the Daniels have. They're still doing what they can to rehab the property. It's not an abandoned property. They're still there, and they understand that different officials are driving by and observing them and trying to make sure that progress is being made. It's minimum progress, and we're not disputing that. We're just hoping to potentially at this point be able to sell the property and have it resolved through that transition.
Sure. Any response from the county?
Are they still living on the property in the mobile homes, which was also part of the original violation?
I think they are temporarily. It's not as consistent as it was in the past. They're having to essentially live with friends and family and otherwise try to transition out of that unfortunate circumstance as well.
Sure. I understand. Anything further from either party?
Nothing further.
That's where, okay. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go ahead and affirm the affidavit amount and the one-day fine of $60. But in terms of leniency, if you will, I would certainly encourage that you or your folks, keep the county informed of the progress. And I understand the difficulty that they're experiencing, and it's out of their control. But there still appears to be a non-contested continuing violation with them residing in the property. And I don't mean to act like I'm not concerned, because I am. I mean, it's a terrible thing to have happened, but I have to go along and enforce these rules.
Understand.
And it's not always a pleasant thing to do. But that'll be my ruling.
Okay. Understand.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.